Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Alexis. Welcome to Life with Lexi. And if you're a returner, what's up? That's good. Hey, thank you so much for coming back. So, as you can tell, I'm feeling very Latin today, you know? Not just the hoops, okay? But makeup wise. And as you can tell by the title, or if you haven't heard of this brand, this is Alamar Cosmetics, and I am showcasing the first ever product of this particular company. It is the Reina Del Caribe palette volume 1 that goes to probably tell me and kind of give a hint that there might be a volume 2 or that she's going to expand on this particular theme. This is a new brand that hit the market. I'll link all their Instagram stuff up below. I am not sponsored. I'm just supporting a fellow Cubanita, so shout outs to her. This is what the palette looks like. This is screaming Caribbean vibes, Spanish vibes, summer vibes, everything vibes. That's all I'm gonna say. So without me rambling on, if you are new, please subscribe. And if you are a returner, thank you so much for returning. Please like and comment below. And let's get started on this very blue, Caribbean, Latina, fire look. Alright, so let's dive into the Alamar Cosmetics. This is a brand new brand. As I mentioned in my intro, she actually, the girl that is behind this brand, is on the BoxyCharm team. So this is her first palette. It's the Reina Del Caribe eyeshadow palette volume 1. So I'm assuming that there's going to be a volume 2. I love the yellow background. Excuse the hair. This is my get ready hair because I'm just gonna be very, very real with y'all. This is how I usually get ready. So I do have my brows and just my eyes primed, but let's see the inside. If this doesn't scream Cuban, Caribbean, Puerto Rican, Spanish vibes, then I don't know what does. I have swatched just these bluish colors, but I mean, as you can see, this is gorgeous. So yes, I will be using this today. I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone and use this Varadero. That's the blue color. So I think oh, it does. Oh, it folds back. I do wish there was a mirror to the palette, to be honest, but given how this palette is actually laid out, I can see why she didn't add a mirror. So it's no biggie. But I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Cocoa Taxi, which is this color right here. It almost matches my shirt. That's a pretty color. Alright, so the next color I'm gonna be using is the Varadero, which is the very, very, very blue color. And the reason I'm using this blue is because I don't normally wear blue, and I feel like blue doesn't go with my eye color, but it's makeup, so whatevs. And I really just want to show you guys how pigmented this is. So I'm gonna start with no Fix Plus first and just go in. I'm gonna put this literally all over to lid into the crease area to kind of do that smoky eye thing that I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna put most of it near my lash line. Okay. Alamar, I see you. Wow, that's actually super creamy, and that's no spray. Wow, not a lot of fallout. And I haven't sprayed this, so wow. So what I'm doing at this point is just kind of really just placing a lot of the color near my lash line and then blending up. I'm keeping this inner portion blank because I'm gonna use another shade for that. But I mean, a little bit of fallout. I mean, I just got a speck there, but nothing that I was expecting. So just on a very clean blending brush, I'm just going to take that and then just buff the edges. Again, really trying to avoid this inner part so we can get that smoky effect. I'm not putting much pressure on the brush. I'm holding the brush at the end and really just going back and forth to soften that line. So now that I blend it out just a little bit more, I actually want to try out this shade Celia and kind of use it in between the two colors. So let's see that. I'm going to take a nice, it's my seriously favorite precise blending brush. It's the Morphe M506. Just going to take that on my brush here. And then I'm just going to use that in between the blue and the orange, or Cocoa Taxi, and just really softly blend those two. See, that's a lot better. See how it's like, it's blending a lot more even. Just, it's like a nice gradient. Just ever so slightly, just kind of work that. Alright, so now that I have that mostly blended out to the point where I want, I'm actually just working on this eye right now, and what I'm going to do now is use, do I want to use La Costa or El Malecón? El Malecón, that's how you would say it. I don't know, let's see. Oh my god. You guys, like, you know what? We're gonna be bold and we're gonna use El Malecón, which is that one, and I'm gonna use that in the inner part of the eye, which is why I left that blank. Again, no Fix Plus. I haven't used any Fix Plus for this entire look. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that and then just place that in the corner and blend the two together, like into the blue. So it gives it like that goldy kind of effect. Now this one does have more fallout for some reason than the other ones, than the blue shade for sure, the blue and the teal shade. Ready! So now that we have the eye pretty much to what I want it to be at this point in time without liner and lashes, I'm going to quickly do the other eye off camera, and then I will come back and show you the final product. I might put on my base already, but I will go ahead and finish the eyes and yeah, see how this comes out. Alright, so I just quickly put on my foundation, and the foundation that I use today is my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in 208. I know I tend to have more oily skin, but I'm just loving the like glowy look of, I don't know, I think it's like the summer, I think it's a summer thing. Cause like winter, I'm more like matte, but even, I don't know. I think my skin's like in between right now. I used to have like super oily skin, but your girl's really liking this Pro Glow, and honestly, this shade is the exact shade for me. Hands down. So next I'm gonna go in with another drugstore fave, which is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I use the color Light. I do have to go light-handed with this because I can get a little bit heavy-handed. And as you can see, it's the perfect yellow undertone. Like the perfect. And I'm being really careful around the eye because I don't want to mess up the line that I created. So I'm just kind of really just blend it out. I'm just gonna blend this out. If you guys are wondering, I get a lot of questions like on Instagram, like through my DMs and stuff like that on Instagram and Twitter. This is actually a Japanesque beauty blender. Sorry, sponge. I think I found it on the Ulta website. I was like, oh, let me try like a new sponge, because like I like the Morphe ones, but I have to like order them online, and then I have to wait for shipping, and you know, I'm impatient, as we all know. But this one I love. I have been using this non-stop. Non-stop. I think, and it's cheap. It's about the same price as a Real Techniques sponge, but I actually like it because it reminds me a lot of a beauty blender, so I would definitely pick it up if I were you. And I'm going to set my face with the Laura Mercier powder. And first I'm going to set my concealer first. Get that going. And then I do set my entire face. With this foundation I have to, simply because it is a little bit more glowy. So just as a precaution, I do set my entire face. You ever get too much powder in your face? You're like, oh god, bad idea. Whew. That's just exactly what happened. Now I'm gonna quickly do off camera is apply my lashes. I like these Christina like wispy lashes. I actually got these off Amazon. I got the recommendation from Nicole Guerrero. One of her videos, she was like, oh, I wear these lashes now and you get them on Amazon. So this is what they are. They're Christina wispies. I will make sure to link them below. They're like Ardell wispies, but like more wispy, if that makes sense. So I just, what I did also with during the break is I did just kind of like tight line my waterline with black liner, and the black liner that I love is the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner. Stays on like a dream. So what I'm gonna do now is kind of smoke out the bottom. I'm going to start with Varadero, which is that blue color, and I'm just gonna use like the same like flat brush, and I'm gonna pack that on the lower lash line. And I normally don't put shimmer on the bottom lash line, but you know, this palette and this look calls for it. And this is the time where I connect the outer portion to the bottom. So so that I can get everything in sync here. Again, just kind of connecting the outer portion there with that. If you don't tight line your waterline with this look, I don't think it's gonna look as good. So, you know. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of Celia, which is the color right next to it, on like a little fluffier brush. Just dab that off and then just kind of smoke out that portion ever so slightly with that teal color. I saved this for last. I'm going to use La Costa, which is this shimmery shade right here, and I'm actually waiting to use that on the inner corner this whole time. So let's see how this looks on the inner corner. Girl. Guys, look at the inner corner. Can't tell me nothing with this inner corner though. As usual, which I've been holding this whole time, I'm gonna go into bronze my face, add some dimension back in my face. Cafecito would be a little bit too warm, so we're using a real bronzer this time. Really curl out that cheekbone. There we go. Now that's full. And I make all kinds of funny faces to snatch the cheeks, okay? So don't judge. Last but certainly not least, I'm going to be using a nude favorite of mine. It's Maybelline's 940 Touchable Taupe. One of my go-to darker nudes. Right. It's like a mauvey nude. Alright guys, so this is the finished look here that I created using the Alamar Cosmetics Reina Del Caribe palette. I gotta say, this palette forced me to use color. Again, I've never used blue, but this shade of blue actually works with my eye color because I've always thought like blue and green don't go, but they do. You know what I'm saying? They do though. I highly, highly, highly recommend this palette. Again, gotta support my fellow Latina. She's a Cuban girl. She is based in Miami. I think this is adorable. The actual shadows and the packaging is great. I mean, for her first palette, she started off small, but she started off small, but with quality. You know, it's one thing to have like a brand, like you start off and like you're doing too much, but then you lack quality. These shadows actually are like bomb. And like, mind you, I didn't even get to use the rest of the mattes. I only used Coco Taxi and Cafecito, but I'm pretty sure this one's calling my name next. So is this one, this whole palette honestly screams summer, the Caribbean, Cuban, any Spanish culture. So I highly suggest that you get this palette. I think it is still in stock. I don't think she's been out of stock. I don't think yet. I think it's $38.99. Don't quote me. I'll have it linked below, but I highly suggest that you guys get this palette. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Again, I'm going to be showing you many, many, many different types of brands and owners, showing out the diversity here, you know? Diversity. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!